Jace Miller had dreamed of one thing his entire life: working at Starforge Innovations, the most powerful engineering firm in the Orion sector. Their inventions shaped the galaxy warp core: energy, lattice drives, atmospheric terraforming machines. Getting a job there meant stability, prestige, and more importantly, finally lifting his family out of poverty. Jace had worked for years top of his class: scholarships, late-night building projects, a homemade plasma engine that got him local. Attention. At only 20, he was offered the impossible: an interview for the junior engineer apprenticeship. 500,000 applicants. 10 chosen for final interviews. Jace was one of them. "Don't be late," his mother told him that morning, trying to hide tears. "Today changes everything." It was supposed to. He left early, carrying his carefully organized blueprint tablet and wearing the only suit he owned, patched in 2 places, but clean. He repeated his prepared answers over and over. "I want to innovate propulsion efficiency. I believe in Starforge values. I want to build the future." Everything was perfect, until a ship exploded in the sky. Lecratches heard the thunderous blast before he saw anything. The sky above him rippled with orange flames as a small shuttle spiraled downward, smoke trailing like a dying comet. It slammed into the abandoned cargo yards beside the transit station. Hard, enough to shake the ground beneath his feet. Jace froze. People screamed and ran. The streets emptied fast. His interview was in 40 minutes. He should have kept walking. He should have ignored it. He should have told himself, "This isn't your problem. This could cost you everything." But something tugged at his chest. What if someone was inside? Heart pounding, he sprinted toward the smoking wreck, tablet tucked under his arm. "Hello," he shouted. "Is anyone alive in there?" A muffled voice answered, not human, not robotic, alien. "Help, please." The stranger. In the wreckage, the shuttle lay cracked open, half buried in broken metal crates. Sparks danced from the engine core, threatening to ignite the fuel lines. Inside, crouched against the wall, was a young alien woman: faint purple skin, silver hair, and glowing teal eyes filled with panic. She was stuck under a twisted support beam. "Don't move," Jace said. "I'll get you out." The alien blinked weakly. "You, human, you came?" "Yeah, hold on." He threw off his suit jacket, grabbed the beam with both hands, and pushed. His muscles screamed. Heat burned his palms. But inch by inch, the metal rose. The alien gasped as she crawled free. "Thank you," she whispered. "We gotta get you out. This thing could blow." He supported her as they moved toward the opening. Her legs shook. She favored her left side. "What's your name?" Jace asked, trying to keep her conscious. "Astra. I'm Jace. Stay awake, okay? We're almost." The shuttle jerked violently. The engine core wind. "Oh no," Astra breathed. "It's going into overload." Jace cursed under his breath. They were running out of time. He pulled her through the opening, half carrying her into the yard. Seconds later, the damaged engine erupted in light roaring skyward. The shockwave threw them into the dust. Jace shielded Astra with his body. When the flames finally died down, he staggered to his feet, coughing. His suit was ruined. His hands were burned. His tablet was cracked. and his interview began in 9 minutes. The impossible choice, Sestra noticed the time on his shattered tablet. "You're late," she murmured. "You should go. Are you hurt anywhere else?" Jace asked, ignoring the panic twisting in his stomach. "My ribs. But I'll survive." She gave him a strained smile. "You saved my life." He hesitated. He could run, sprint across the city, beg security to let him through. Maybe they would understand. Maybe a warning flashed in his mind. Starforge penalizes lateness with automatic disqualification. No exceptions. His dream. Gone. Astra placed a trembling hand on his wrist. "Jace," she whispered, "go. Please, I'll be fine." But she wasn't fine. She was bleeding, hurt, alone. Jace made his decision. "No," he said softly. "I'm not leaving you." Her eyes widened, not glowing with alien light, but with something unmistakably human. Gratitude. After the crash, emergency drones arrived 20 minutes later, followed by medics who immediately scanned Astra. They placed her gently on an anti-grav stretcher. "She's lucky," one medic muttered. Another 60 seconds, and the core detonation could have vaporized her. Astra reached for Jace's hand. "Stay, please." "I'm here," he promised. The medics whisked her away into an ambulance shuttle. Jace followed without thinking. Inside, Astra watched him quietly. "You've sacrificed something important," she said. Jace exhaled shakily. "It doesn't matter. You're alive." She stared at him long enough for him to wonder what she was thinking. Long enough for regret to finally sink into his bones. He had thrown away the biggest chance of his life. For a stranger, he didn't even know why the company visit by the time Astra was stabilized at the med station. Jace's nerves were frayed. He checked the messages on his cracked tablet. 5 missed calls. Starforge Recruitment Center, 1 message. Interview cancelled due to absence. His chest tightened painfully. Astra watched him read it, sadness softening her features. "I'm sorry. It's not your fault," he said. She touched her chest. "Still, I cost you your future." Jace forced a smile. "Not the first time life kicked me around. Won't be the last." Before she could answer, the med station door slid open. 2 security officers and a tall, sharply dressed human man entered, the kind of man whose presence controlled a room. He looked straight at Jace. "You're Jace Miller." Jace swallowed. "Yes, sir. I'm Director Harley of Starforge Innovations. I need you to come with me." Jace blinked. Director Harley, one of the top executives. Why would a sudden spike of dread hit him? Maybe Jace broke some law by entering a crash zone. Maybe he damaged company property. Astra sat up, alarmed. "Director Heil just saved my life." Hyla nodded. "We know." 2 more people entered. They wore elegant, formal uniforms, but Jace barely noticed them because he was staring at Astra, who was now standing, straight-backed, Rigel completely recovered. Director Harley bowed to her. "Lady Astra, we're relieved you're unharmed." Lady Jace blinked slowly. "Lady Astra." Astra stepped toward him. "Jace," she said gently, "I didn't lie. I just didn't tell you." She lifted her chin. "I am Astra, Vela Majority, owner of Starforge." Innovations. Jace's jaw dropped. His legs nearly gave out. You're the boss. She gave him a soft, almost shy smile. Yes. The test he never knew about Director Hull cleared his throat. Lady Astra conducts unannounced field evaluations. She disguises herself, visits colonies, and observes real behavior, kindness, integrity, moral instinct. Jace stared blankly. You? Me, nayi. I was being tested. Astra shook her head. You were not tested, you were seen. She stepped closer, her silver hair catching the medbay light. Jace Miller, you chose compassion over ambition. You chose a stranger's life over your dream. No simulation, no staged scenario, no training program could have revealed your character more clearly. His voice trembled. But I failed the interview. Astra lifted a hand and brushed a strand of soot from his hair. No, she whispered. You aced the real one. She turned to Director Hull. Effective immediately. Jace Miller is to be granted full access, clearance, and the position of apprentice engineer under my direct mentorship. Jace's breath stopped. Director Hall bowed. As you command. Jace shook his head, overwhelmed. Astra, I don't know what to say. Say yes, she said softly. The future she offered him that evening, after the officials left and the medics confirmed she was healthy. Astra walked with Jace out onto the balcony of the med station. Stars glimmered above them. You saved my life, she murmured. Not because I was powerful, not because you knew my status, but because it was the right thing to do. Jace rubbed the back of his neck. Most people would have done the same. She laughed gently. No, many would have walked away. But you ran toward a burning ship wearing your only suit. He flushed. You saw me at my worst, he muttered. Panicking, late, burning my hands like an idiot. And I saw you at your best, she said. Silence settled between them, warm, surprisingly comfortable. Then Astra extended her hand. Jace, would you like to build the future with me? He stared at her. Not the alien woman he found in a wreck, not the billionaire owner of the galaxy's greatest engineering company. Just Astra. Someone who believed in him. His throat tightened. Yes, he whispered. I'd like that. She smiled bright as the stars above. Good, she said. Your real interview starts tomorrow. Epilogesius Miller never got the interview he spent his life preparing for. Instead, he got the one that mattered. One where his character, not his resume, was tested, and the alien woman he saved. She wasn't just the boss of the company he dreamed of joining. She was the key to the future he never dared imagine. And together, they weren't just building machines. They were building a new destiny.